Okay, for this video, you're going to learn how to use the number grid. I want you to mark your date of birth, so just the month, date, and year. So, for instance, mine is March 3rd, 1980. So I'm going to mark 3 for the month, and then I'm going to mark 20 for the day, and then 80 for the year. I'm just going to do the last two digits. So it's going to be 3, 20, 80. So to get started on the playground, this time around we're going to switch our normal grid map that we have been using to the number grid map. And you can see it'll pop up with a kind of a number grid right here. Go ahead and expand it. So what I want to do is and you can kind of map out your course how you want to attack it. I am marking the 3, then I'm going to move on to the 20, and then I'm going to move on to the 80. So my path is going to look something like this right here. I only want the pen to mark over the square that I'm using. So like that is my month, there is my day, and then there is my year. So to start out, I can simply turn to the right because there's 3 for March. So I'm going to turn right for 90 degrees. All right, now I need to move him forward to the edge of 3 right here before I start marking. So when he turns to the right, he's actually in the center of the square. So to the center of 2 right there would be 200. So to get to the line, I want to move it 300 right there because I want to start right on the edge. All right, so I'm going to drive forward for 300. And just to show you, that'll put him right on the edge of 3 because I don't want to start marking until I get to 3. So now I'm going to put my pen down. And again, I don't care what color you use. Don't use black because it kind of goes into the rest of the numbers and the lines on there. So use a different color other than black. Okay, you got red, green, blue. I'll go with red this time right here. So now he's going to mark across 3, which would be for 200. All right, so I want to drive him across for 200. All right, so if I replay that, turns to the right, then he just makes a red line across 3 right there. Now I don't want him to keep marking. Okay, I want it to be blank until I get to 20. So now I'm going to lift the pen up, and now I'm going to continue on over to 20. All right, so if I count my squares, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then I want to go halfway, all right, which would be 100. So I'm going to go 1300 right here. Because remember, each square is 200 going across it. All right, so now, oh, I put that in the wrong spot right there. That's my fault. I got to bring in a new block right here. Sorry about that. And now I want to drive forward for 1300. All right, when I play it, goes to 3, marks across it, lifts his pin up, and then he's going to go all the way over to the middle of 10, which now I wanted to turn to the left. All right, so I'm going to turn left. Okay, and then I wanted to move forward for 100. That'll put me right on the edge. And then I simply want to put my pin down. I want it to be red again. And I want to drive forward for 200. So now, marks across the 3, drives forward to the center of 10, turns, moves forward, marks across 20. Okay, so now I need to pick my pin up and go to 80. So I'm going to go pin up, Okay, and I want to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to there. So that's 1,000. I'm going to drive forward for 1,000. You get to that edge right there. I want my pen to go down. And I want it to be red again. I want it to go across the square, which is 200. And then I want him to pick the pen up. And then I'm going to have him, once he gets across 80, I'm just going to kind of have him move on up past 90, so he's out of the way. So I'll just drive him forward for 200. Now when I play it, goes across the 3, which is March. Turns, goes across 20 for March 20th. Drives up to 80 for 1980 and picks up. And there I have my 3 marks. And yes, I know I'm old, 1980. Take a screenshot, make sure you turn it in on that same document. This was Wednesday's assignment right here. And then you are good to go for the week. Questions, email me.